Lovelies, good morning. Mm, good morning. All right, so I'm coming to you all this morning because y'all know I get worn out in the evening. But every now and again, I got energy for the evening. But today, I wanted to talk about these 10 rookie mistakes that I see women make over and over and over. And what's very unfortunate to me is it's not just young women. Like, I'm seeing women my age making these mistakes. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. 10 rookie mistakes that you might be making out here in these dating streets, okay? And some of these things can even be applied to a relationship that you're in. So get your pen and paper. Okay? I want you to take notes or save this live so you can refer to it again. But these are 10 rookie mistakes I see women making on their feminine journey when dealing with men, when dating men or in a relationship with men. I got my notes because I wanted to make sure I did not forget anything. So I'm going to set it right here. If you see me look over, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Okay, I'm trying to prop it up right here. Okay, there we go. All right, good morning. Please let me know your first name and where you're coming to us from. Okay, so the city, the country, the state, that would be awesome. Let me know your first name and city, state, or country that you're coming to us from this morning. All right, you ready? Number one, you put more stock in obtaining a certain man over the relationship you want to have. I have talked about this ad nauseum, that we are not to put obtaining a certain man over the relationship we want to have. And this is one of the hardest truths for women to accept, that what should come first is the relationship you want to have. Okay, so here's a perfect example from my life. I am dating a man. I've made it clear to that man that I want to be a wife again one day. I'm not interested in long-term companionship. I'm not interested in, dating or being a girlfriend. Like, I don't do that. I don't do girlfriend status. And I'm making that very clear to him. And he seems, oh yeah, I'm down. Great. That's what I want too. But a year in, 2 years in, he's starting to balk at the idea of commitment, at the idea of getting married. And so that is my goal. Like, I don't shift my goal because now I'm with this man. I may even love this man. Like, can we go there? You may be in love with this man. You may love him. But if he does not want the relationship that you want to have, if he does not want marriage or exclusivity or commitment, if he does not want kids, if he does not want to travel with you or do certain things together, if he doesn't want to have family meals, if he works all the time, if he's not giving you enough time, okay? The bottom line is this. You only have two choices in that situation. And again, I don't know why women can't get this. You only have two choices. You can stay with the man, but you're going to have to leave the relationship that you want, right? So you can stay with the man, you can keep the man, but you're not going to get the relationship that you want. Or you can leave the man and prioritize the relationship that you want. You can find another man to give you the relationship that you want. I'm going to suggest the latter. That's the way that I go. I don't abandon my hopes, my dreams, what my needs. Like, I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm not doing that. I'm not abandoning myself or my needs to be with a specific person. I'm not cut out for that. I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. So there is a famous quote that says, if you're not the one for him, then he is not the one for you. And I don't know why women can't breathe this in. Right? I'm not attracted to men that don't want me. I'm just not. Like, I don't understand that. And it took a long time, for me to finally breathe that in. But once I did, like, if I saw a man and I was like, ooh, he's cute. What's he about? And I got the impression that he didn't like Anita. I was like, ew. That immediately I was like, nope. Nope, I can't even find myself attracted to that person anymore. If that person don't want me, I don't want them. Breathe that in. Let that marinate. Okay. Number 2, you actually think that a man's attention or lust for you equals genuine interest or investment in you. Men like women. They like all kinds of women, right? They like all shapes and all sizes of women, all flavors, all ethnicities, all races of women, right? Men like women. Men are hardwired to like women. Women are amazing to look at. Like, can we go there? Women are the sexier sex. Like, I find myself sometimes getting lost in a woman's beauty. Like, oh, wow, she's amazing, right? Women are the sexier sex. That don't mean anything. Just like I can admire a woman's beauty and I don't want to be with her, okay? I don't want to have sex with her. Like, I can just admire her beauty. But ladies, you all are getting caught up in, oh, these men are falling in my DMs and these men are sending me messages through Facebook and, these men are always trying to talk to me and this. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. That means that you are attractive enough for him to want to have sex with. It could be more, but we have to determine that. Like, you take this thing at face value like it means something real. It doesn't. It doesn't. That's a rookie mistake. Hey, that's a rookie mistake I see people making all the time. Like, please don't think it means anything, because it don't. It mean you cute. It mean you sexy, right? And honestly, like, when men fall in my DM, when they send me messages through Facebook, it's telling me something I kind of already know. like, okay, I kind of know that. Like, that's not impressive to me. And that's not to sound braggadocious, but y'all, like, come on. You got to have a self-love and a self-esteem that says, okay, I'm cute. Okay, I'm sexy. I got a nice body, right? That don't make you, braggadocious or arrogant. It's the truth. It's a fact. But see, don't let it mean something else that it don't mean. Okay? It just mean you sexy. It just mean you cute. Okay? Number 3. You make it too easy for the man in the very beginning. Y'all, some of y'all be out here. So you give a man a test, because that's the female nature. And I'm going to talk to the men later in a reel about female tests, feminine tests, because this is what men, some men be tripping on. Why is it games? No, it's not games, boo-boo. It's called the test. And women will test you. Women will test you. It does not matter. Men think that a woman's test makes her toxic or, oh, she's immature. No, it's in the female psyche. It's an evolutionary, subconscious thing that women do. It's how we're wired. We need to know who we're dealing with. We need to know, are you a real man? Are you a masculine man? Are you going to check me? Are you going to put me in my place? Are you a masculine provider? Like that. I don't understand why men get upset about that. That's the nature of women. And this is a red pill thing. Like, come on, y'all. If you've looked at any red pill content, just accept it. Just accept it. Don't get mad about it. Just accept it. Pass the test. Back to my point. But women, like, you all are giving men tests, but you're also giving men all the answers to the test. Like, you're doing so much. You're making it so easy. There's nothing to work hard for. And what did I tell y'all about these dating apps? Lazy. Lazy. To me, that is a lazy way to meet a man. And then if you do, and it ever becomes something, you sitting around wondering, man, we don't really do anything. We don't go anywhere. We don't have any like creative, fun, adventurous, because you met in the laziest way possible. And when you accepted that man, you basically said, this is all you got to do. Swipe right, send a couple messages, hang out, and bam, I'm yours. Like, no, I'm not. I don't work like that. Like, bruh, can I be honest? You got to get dressed up. You got to groom yourself. You got to put on cologne. You got to get a fresh cut. You got to have some clothes that fit you relatively well. You got to go out somewhere. You got to see me out somewhere You got to look across that room, and I'm going to look across that room back, and I'm going to smile and look away. And then, this is the hardest one of all. You got to walk your behind over to Anita. And hey, you enjoying the music? Oh, have you been here before? Like, that's what you got to do to get Anita's, respect, attention, okay, possible phone number. Like, can I be all the way real? But y'all making it so easy. And that's what the whole women pursuing men. So you done served up yourself on a silver platter. Well, I go over there. I'm going to get what I want. And you don't even realize that you done served up your tail on a silver platter. You done made it so easy. It's like giving out free samples. Are we for real? You giving out free samples? No, there ain't no free samples over here. That brother gonna realize, dang, this thing costs. Like, there ain't no free samples with Anita. This thing is going to cost something. Like, I'm going to have to put in some work. Remember what my grandmother always told me that I tell you all. Hard to get, easy to be with. Don't ever forget that. A woman should be hard to get and easy to be with. Once a man is in a relationship with me, it's like heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. The gates of heaven open up. Right? But trust me when I tell you. It's like scaling Mount Everest. Like, it is no easy feat. That man got to really want to get to the top, okay? I want y'all to adopt that same spirit because you're making it so easy, so dang easy. And you wonder why things are so bad because you have no standards and no requirements. No, okay. Number 3, I could talk about that all day. Number 4. You believe, y'all gonna flip out now. You ready? I have a podcast episode that's going to release next Monday with the author of the book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. The author's name is Coach Paula Grooms. I want you to, not now, after the live, I want you to search Coach Paula Grooms. I want you to go over there and follow, okay? Because some of y'all going to get y'all feelings hurt in this podcast episode. It's coming out next Monday. We discussed in depth this next one. You ready? Number 4. You believe that the more time you all spend together, the more he will bond with you or fall in love with you. That's a lie. That's a lie. See, and some of y'all heads are going, what? Yeah, that's a lie. Time means nothing to a man. And y'all should know this. How many times have you seen women stay with a man 10 years, 12 years, 7 years, 5 years, 8 years, and not marry her? How many times? And yet, for some reason, you can't get this concept into your mind. I finally, in my 40s, got that concept into my mind. And again, like I always tell you all, if you have goals for yourself and for the relationship, you put timelines on them. And if those timelines aren't met, you have a conversation. If you don't hear what you feel like it makes sense, you walk away. Point blank, period. A man does not get unlimited time from me. That does not exist, and it doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. That's what is blowing my whole entire mind of why you feel like, well, the more time, the more he's invested. I'll say this. This is what I will say. Yes, a man invests in you. Yes, by spending time, by spending money, by doing things for you. That is a part of how a man falls in love. However, no man should have unlimited time and access to you unless he is committed to you or married to you. Okay, so yes, that's a part of it, but that is certainly not, we've been together 5 years, we're going to get married. No, you're not. That does not mean a thing. It does not mean a thing. We're going to go into this in depth in the podcast interview, so I'm going to leave that for that. You need to check out that podcast interview over on my YouTube channel on Monday. Subscribe while you there. Okay, but some of y'all going to get your feelings hurt with that interview. I mean, man, get this book. This book is amazing. This was a total change the game. This was a change the game right here, man. Whew, there was some things in here that I learned that was new. I was like, "Ooh, Lord, that's a great analogy." So please get that book. Number 5, you have sex. This is another one. I can't believe women still doing this. You have sex with him hoping to sexually hook him or get him to consider a relationship with you. Really? We still doing this? This is what we still doing in 2022? We're still believing that having sex with a man is going to somehow make him want us and here's the thing that, again, my ladies, my sweet, feminine, beautiful ladies, see, this is what you need to understand. You are different than men, and men are different than you. Okay? You employ this strategy because that's what will work on you. Like, that's what will work on you. Right? Having sex with a man over and over and over, that makes you fall in love. That sexually hooks you. It don't work like that with men. It don't work like that. Men and women are different. But for some reason, women are around here walking around like, well, that's what I would like. That's what will work for me. It's not going to work for him. And you got to get that in your head. Just like the time concept. Yes, the more time a man spends, the more sex you have, the more... Yes, that's exactly how it works for women. It does not work that way for men. Okay? Doesn't work that way. And see, these are the lessons I've taught my daughters. These are the lessons I teach their friends. These are the lessons that I give to younger women that I mentor. Okay? Time means nothing to a man. It means everything to us because our bodies are clocks. We have a set amount of time in which to have a baby. We have an internal clock system with our cycle. Like, time means everything to us. It does not mean anything to a man. Like, I know that's just blowing your entire mind. I remember when I figured that out, it blew my entire mind. I finally got it. Okay, number 6. You put being chosen above doing the choosing. Like, for you, it's all about what he thinks about you. Does he like you? Are you, this and that to him? Like, that's all you focused on. Is trying to be everything he would want and need. And you miss the total boat on, do I like him? Are my needs met by him? Is he giving me what I need? Like, you missed that. That you done missed that boat completely. Because you so focused on being everything that he wants. I don't work that way. They're quite the opposite. When I'm initially meeting a man and dating a man, I'm vetting. I'm vetting the heck out of him. I'm all up in his business, okay? I don't even let my heart come out to play until my head and my gut say, all right, I think you're safe. And that takes time, so... But see, you so worried about what he thinks about you and being, I want to be a good woman. I want to be good for him. No, is he good for you? That's where your head need to be at until it's safe for you to now assess in the other way. Okay? What do you think about women who make a man wait to have sex after a certain amount of time? I'm just, I'm a facts person. I'm a data person. Y'all know this. And I don't base it on, how I feel and all of that. I don't do that because, like I said, my way vets results, and I'm a results-oriented person. That makes me very unique as a feminine woman. For me, it's about results, getting the results that I want. And some people will tell you don't have sex with a man in a certain amount of time. And then some people will tell you, well, have sex with a man when you feel comfortable. Right? That it shouldn't be based on a set amount of time and it shouldn't be a rule and all this other stuff. I base that on evolutionary and biological facts. Okay? I base it on data. That's what I base it on. And the data has shown us that women who have sex with a man too soon, women who have sex with a man without exclusivity and commitment, those women do not fare well. that it don't work out. They don't have the outcome that they want. That a man is wired evolutionarily to want loyalty, to want youth and beauty. How does a man gauge loyalty? How does he determine if a woman can be faithful? How does he determine the virtue of a woman? By how quickly he has sex with her. Okay? That's the biological fact. And the longer it takes to do that, the more he's thinking in his logical brain, his deep subconscious programming. Oh, she made me wait X amount of dates or X amount of time. She's not out here sleeping with everybody. That's how it works. I don't know why people can't understand that concept. So even if you felt comfortable having sex with a man after 3 dates, and there are women out there who do, well, I felt fine about it. Okay, but you're still going against the evolutionary programming. And you need this information to understand that, especially if your ultimate goal is marriage. If your ultimate goal is marriage, I don't care how comfortable you feel sleeping with a man on the first date, you are lessening your chances of getting to that goal by doing that. So that's just me, y'all. I'm a weird type of woman. I'm a feminine woman, but I'm also a very balanced woman. I have the ability to use my mind, to use my logic and my rationale to say, okay, what's the science here? And if I have this particular goal, I want to do whatever's best to get to that goal. I'm very results driven. That's the masculine side of myself. But guess what? That's the masculine side of myself that benefits me. It's the side of myself that keeps me safe. It benefits me. It makes sure that I have good outcomes. And some women need to tap into that. That's the part of the masculine part of themselves that I wish they would tap into more, which is do the rational, logical thing, the thing that's actually going to get you where you want to go. So, sometimes feminine women are so far in their feelings that they throw out all logic and reason. Well, it feels good. It feels right. And, I'm like, but the science says something different. Like, just pay attention to that. Okay? All right. Where are we? We are number 7. I'm glad I wrote these down. You don't utilize the dating phase as a time to truly vet the man properly. You kiss too early on. You have sex too early on. We just talked about that. And once that happens, and y'all, I don't care. Don't come into these comments talking about, I can still vet a man. And I can have sex without becoming emotionally attached. Just X-nay all that. X-nay all that. I'm going to delete your comment if you put that. Okay, let me just go there. If you put that mess in the comments, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it because, see, you leading women astray with that foolishness. Most of us, probably 95% of us can't do that. Okay, so if you're in the 5% and you drop in these comments and you put that there, I'm going to delete it. I'm going to just warn you right now because you're not going to come on my platform teaching that exception and not the rule. Like, y'all already know how I feel about that. 95% of us can't do that. 95%. If we have sex with a man more than once, twice, 3 times, we are going to bond with him. That's how, again, it's the science. That's how it works. We're going to release oxytocin. And our body, our subconscious programming is going to start to miss that man. It's going to start to look for him. Where is he? Why isn't he calling? Why isn't he showing up? What's happening? I feel abandoned. 95% of us. So don't drop down in these comments. I'm just warning you. Don't put that. Okay. I'm going to delete it. Because you're not going to lead ladies astray with that. And that's what's leading ladies astray. You're hearing women say, I can have sex like a man. I don't get attached. Nope. 95% of us don't fit that. We just don't. She says, men always try to kiss me after the first date. No. That's a great big no. Okay? Because guess what? Let me talk about the science about kissing. So that same response, that same oxytocin is going to be released, and that vasopressin and that dopamine, right? That serotonin. When lips touch, and don't let the kiss be like with tongue. No. That same thing is happening, y'all. And then your mind start fantasizing. We're going to talk about that next. Your mind start fantasizing and you start going there, ooh, and this what it could be, and don't let it be no sparks in that kiss. Oh, you done. You done. The vetting period is over. You now have, just from fantasy, made this man your man. Remember in high school when you liked a guy and you would write your name with his last name, or you would say, no. But see, you kiss too soon, you have sex too soon. Y'all, there are men right now, y'all not going to believe this, but it's the truth. There are men right now that I have dated 3 months, 5 months. There's a man right now that I've been dating for 10 months. We have not kissed. We have not kissed. Okay? And I know y'all thinking, what? But it's the truth. Because I need to see with clear eyes. With clear eyes. Not beer goggles. Not romance goggles. Clear eyes who I'm dealing with. Who I got here. And I, at this point, will welcome a kiss. Because I believe he's a really great guy. Now it's up to him. Like, it's not something I'm going to go in for. It's up to him to go in. But I'm not going in. But yeah, there are men out there that 3 months have passed and I haven't kissed them. 2 months have passed. Because, like I said, I need to know who I'm really dealing with. And I know once lips touch and once those chemicals get released, and especially if the kiss was good, y'all, please, come on, be real with yourself. You ain't really vetting like that. You really not. You just like, ooh, girl, and that kiss. Oh, and see now, every time y'all talk, every time y'all go out, you got them googly eyes, you got them googly eye glasses on, and you're not really seeing who's really there. So, don't do that to yourself. All right, let me see. Time isn't everything, but it makes a difference. How do you vet a man without seeming like we're interviewing him? I'm going to get to that. I find it to be a turnoff, especially if they grab my face or sneak it. Yeah, it is. It's gross. Like that's a boundaries issue. Like, don't even think about trying to, And here's the thing. A man doesn't have to ask for a kiss, but he should be intuitive enough to know that that kiss would be welcome or not. Right? So if we just talking and having a normal conversation and you just lean in and kiss me, I'm like, dude, like, what is happening? Like, we talking about the weather. Don't do that. All right. They trying to test with that kiss mess. Yep. Can I sleep with her? Did I impress her enough? Is she easy? How much can I get for this date? Yep. It's a mess. No patience. Those are not gentlemen. I 100% agree. Because a true gentleman, a true healthy masculine man, he's not trying to bed you right away. Right? He's not so desperate or so hungry to have sex. Like, he's like, sex? I can get that. I can get that anywhere with anybody at any time. But the true connection with a woman, that's something that's rare. So a true gentleman who's ready for something real, he's not on that game. He's not on that kind of time. So no. But I'm going to get to the vetting. Number 8, you make yourself too available early on. You overshare and you tell him too much. I have so many women guilty of this, right? Because they're just tickled pink that a man that they like is interested in them. And so they put their whole entire life on the back burner. They put all their friends on the back burner. And we've all been guilty of it. God knows I was guilty of it in my 20s. That was my entire 20s, y'all. If a man I liked was interested in me, oh yeah, my girlfriends, my life, everything went on the back burner. I was guilty of it. I had to grow up. A lot of it was I was immature. But now, as a grown woman, I'm not doing that. Like, if I got plans, I got plans. Like, hey, I want to go out on Friday. I got plans. Like, I just tell a man, yeah, I've already got something planned. I'm not backing out of that. I'm not backing out of whatever me and my girlfriends got going on. Me and my kids got going on. Me and my mother got going on. I got something going on. I'm not doing that. You cute and all, but I'm not backing out of my plans. And this whole diarrhea of the mouth, and y'all know some of y'all are guilty of this. You tell a man so much. There's like no mystery to you at all. Come on. And that's why a lot of men, can I be honest? A lot of men, they may love you to death. They may think the world of you. But because you overshare, you tell everything. You believe in that whole, me and my man should be best friends. I should be able to tell him anything. That you just lose all the polarity. You lose all the mystery of who you are. You just lose it. And the man, over time gets bored. He's like, well, I mean, she done told me everything. I know. He's like, I know everything. There's nothing to keep mining for. Be the diamond. Okay? The diamond is not found after just mining for a few feet. Like, a man should keep mining and mining and mining and digging and and that diamond should be deep in that earth. Like, it's not right there on the surface. Like, keep going. I'm a mystery. There's things about me you don't know. There are men that I've dated, y'all, for 4 years, 5 years. And when people talk to them, they're like, there's still a whole lot of things about Anita I do not know. Like, they always say that. Anita is, a mystery. Anita is aloof. That's a word that's been used to describe me. I am aloof. I am mysterious. I'm an open book to a lot of extent, but not in the way y'all think. Like, I still don't tell a man everything. I'm still not, available all the time because I believe in the mystery. I've been married, and my ex-husband will tell y'all that. It is still a whole lot about her. I just don't know. I just don't, she's just not going to share everything. She's not going to share the bathroom. She's not going to tell me everything. No, because I want you to remain a beautiful feminine mystery. But so many women, y'all just talk and talk and talk. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because you don't have friends, you don't have girlfriends, you don't have other close relationships, but you get a man and you just talk and you just tell him everything. And I'm just like, no, you're too available. You're telling him everything. And it's a rookie mistake in this feminine game. Get some friends. Okay. I'm just going back. Hold on. Okay. Keely says, I met a man and he kissed me on the lips right in the middle of the pandemic. Definitely a boundaries issue and completely unaware of social cues. Yeah. No. Talking too much, less talking, more listening. See? Listen. Because remember, the entire vetting process is about determining if this man is the one for you. Is determining if he can meet the needs you have. But y'all are so focused on getting him, locking him in, and being chosen. And then I had a client tell me this the other day. She said, Anita, you are 100% right. I got this man, and got exclusive with him. Come to find out, he couldn't meet any of the needs that I had. It was such a disappointment. I said, but you didn't vet. You did not vet properly. And you gave this man your exclusivity and commitment. And then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months in was like, you know what? I am not happy. This is not meeting the needs I have. I said, yeah, you have got to vet better. Okay. I only go to him for solutions, not to just spill my chest to him. No, I talk to God and the woman in my life for a listening ear, for sure. For sure. But y'all just talking and telling him every little thing, every little detail. Y'all, do you realize that it's a whole lot of things that technically you don't have to tell anybody? Right? There is an inner part of you that only you should know. But y'all just be talking about everything. And then there's women that are in my program that they don't like silence. That makes them very uncomfortable. They don't like what they call these awkward silences. Y'all need to become more comfortable with awkward silences. Don't feel the silence. Don't fill those empty silences. Let them just be. Right? I let them be. And there's times where I test a man in that area. I want to see if he can keep the conversation going. And I'm quiet. I'm like, see, I don't have a problem with awkward silences. I really don't. I am not going to fill that empty space. Because that's when you start oversharing. You start telling things that you ain't got no business sharing. Okay? Number 9, you get lost in the fantasy of the man or what the two of you could have. Another rookie mistake. Again, you start going there in your head. You start fantasizing about getting married to him, having kids with him, going on vacation with him, making love to him, kissing him, and then before you know it, that is really what you're invested in, is the fantasy. You don't even really know the man. And that's when women become so critical of the man. They become so oh, he made a mistake, and oh, he's not who I thought he was. No, he's not your fantasy. He's not the fantasy in your head. He's a real man. And you get so wrapped up in that when the real man shows up, you're like, oh, he did this and why he do that? And he disappointed me because he's a person. He's a man. Go back to the live where I talked about men are allowed to make mistakes. We all are. Let's see, if you start fantasizing about him, yeah, you're going to get disappointed. Have zero expectations. I know I do. Until that ring is on my finger, I have zero expectations of a man. I really do. I'm not kidding y'all. I just have zero expectations. Whatever he do is what he do. Now, here's the thing that y'all are missing out on. Whatever he do is what he do. But that whole time, I am vetting to see if that's something I can deal with. Can I deal with this? Can I live with this forever? But whatever he do is what he do. That's it, point blank. So I have no expectation. I don't get all bent out of shape. I simply assess what he's doing. I assess what's happening. Can I live with it? Can I deal with it? That's it. All right, we are at number 10. You agree to be exclusive too early because y'all are so excited to be in something. You are so over the moon. You are desperate. Ooh, can I say that? You desperate to have a man. And in 2 weeks, I had a client fall into my DM, y'all. I can't make this up. They went on one date, 1 4-hour date. And he was like, I want you to be my girlfriend. And she said yes. I was like, I can't make this up. I said, what? What? That's the cost of admission? One date to your whole life? To being exclusive and committed with a man you do not know? That man is a stranger. That man is a stranger. Guess how long he's a stranger to me, y'all? And y'all gonna flip out on this. He is a stranger until probably 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months. And I can't even commit to anything real until 12 months. What's committing to something real? Moving in, marriage, a contract like a house or buying a car or something. And I don't do none of that stuff outside of marriage. So, I'm not even going to go there. Having a baby. Y'all having a baby with people and you haven't known them a whole year. You haven't known them 12 months and you pregnant. You don't know him. You have committed to a lifetime commitment with someone you've known for 3 months, 6 months. And then you show up in my DM, you show up on my couch. And he's doing this and he's doing that. And I don't like this and I don't like that. And we have a baby together and we live together and we bought a house together and but you don't know him. You don't know him. And now you getting to know him. Like that's what's happening. Now the real him has showed up. And you don't like it. But see, this is where the vetting come in. No. Okay? All right. Okay, she said, I'd love to be a fly on the wall when you're on a date. Here's the funny thing about that. So I actually thought about, and I'm going to maybe collaborate with a couple of videographers here. I actually thought about recording me on a date. I actually thought about that. I think it will make an awesome YouTube video, but I actually thought about that. Like, choosing a man, and I'm talking about a man that, I don't know. Choosing a man I'm just meeting, getting his consent to go on a date with me and to record that date. Just recording us kind of on a first date. And I thought to myself, man, what a wonderful teaching tool that would be. That would be an amazing teaching tool. So that's, Keely, it's interesting you said that because I am really, really considering doing just that in the fall and posting that to my YouTube channel because I think it would be a really amazing teaching tool. I really do. So thank you. Thank you for saying that because I really am considering that. Okay. One date, cheap Goodwill women. I know. Okay. How often do you see men you're dating? So initially it is once a week. I see the man once a week face to face. That's all my schedule can allow initially. Right? So I don't free up a lot of time for a man that I'm just meeting because I don't know him. I don't want to invest a lot of time because remember, my schedule's tight. I make room in my schedule for men that I'm very much interested in and that meet the criteria and the standards that I have. I make room, and I thank God I'm an entrepreneur. I can do that. I can make room for a man. And I make that very clear that even though when they meet me, they'll say, oh, you're doing this and you're doing that, and you have this responsibility, you have that responsibility. Once I vet a man and I determine that he's worthy of me shifting my schedule around, that's 100% what I do. 100%. But initially, until I do that, once a week. We go out once a week. We talk on the phone every day. And some men opt to do every other day. I have some men that I'm dating right now. I hear from them like every other day or every 3 days. And remember, they're leading that. They're leading these phone calls. They're leading these text messages. And I'm reciprocating. I'm responding. And based on how they're leading, I may reach out in the same way that they reach out to me. But they're leading the exchange. So if he reaches out every other day, then I might, respond or reach out every other day. Like I let him lead that exchange. I don't want to reach out every day or text, multiple times a day because that's not what he's doing, right? His schedule may not allow for that level of communication just yet. So I let a man lead in that area and I just, I respond in kind. But initially, and y'all gonna be mad. So in that first month or two, it's once a week. We physically see each other once a week. And we may FaceTime, we may talk on the phone, but it's like once a week. And then as more time goes on and I'm like, wow, I really like this guy. I like his vibe. He's someone I can respect. He's someone I admire. I like how he's living his life. Once I figure all that out, then I may bump it up to twice a week. And usually by then the man is like starting to say, we only see each other like once a week. Like I wait for him to kind of say, we should see each other more. But that usually happens after a period of time of me vetting him. So I need to determine that he's someone that, I'm going to make time on Friday. I'm going to make time on a Saturday. I'm going to make time on a Sunday. Right? Sunday is my day to create content. Sunday is my day to edit videos and upload videos and get ready for my podcast. So I do a lot of podcast recording on Sunday. So you got to be somebody. For me to cut into that day, you got to be somebody. You got to be somebody real. And during the week too, you got to be somebody. So I can make time all day long, as much time as I need. But I need to know that you're the type of man that I want to do that for. And that's the type of vetting, ladies, that I want to see you do more. And you're not doing more. You're just, I don't even know this guy, but I'm just going to, diss my girlfriends. And I'm not going to my workout class anymore. And I'm not going to work out. And I'm not doing this. I'm not getting my massage because, he want to go out. He want to do this. He want to do that. And for the record, there are some things that regardless of if he's a high quality, high value man, I'm still not gonna push that to the side. Like, that's my life. That's my life. That's who Anita is. That's what Anita does. So that's what drew you to Anita. So I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm not going to push that to the side. Okay, no, that's not going to happen. So that's vetting. All right. So Keely had asked the question about how do you vet? How do you get to know a man without seeming like it's an interview? So you're patient, number one, right? And a lot of women struggle with this. They're not patient enough to truly vet a man. You are going to know a man's true character by what you see, not what you hear. Okay? That's going to require patience on your part. You are allowed to ask questions on dates. But again, it shouldn't be 10, 20, 30 rapid fire questions. No. I ask a man a question. He may respond. I may follow that up with oh, wow, really? And then I may ask another, or he may ask me a question and I may respond like, there is a natural way in which we talk to each other, right? But it also requires patience. It requires patience on your part. And that's what a lot of women are not doing. They want to sit down on a first date. They want to ask 20 questions. And that does seem like an interrogation. That does seem like an interview. there's nothing relaxing or, calm about that. No, I'm just like, yeah, so tell me something you're really excited about in life. And here's what's interesting about a lot of the questions that I ask. So I'll ask a question about something very specific, but their answer leads us into other areas that I'm like, really? Oh, tell me more about that. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, you must be really close with your mom. Like, see, their answer, I can tag onto that answer and I can get 5 or 6 responses out of one question. So that is a skill. That's a skill I learned as a therapist. That's an active listening skill that you ladies can learn. And I encourage you to learn it. Learn how to become an active listener. Learn how to mirror back to people what they're saying to you. Okay? Maybe you didn't hear it right. Maybe you didn't get it right. And let him clarify the answer. But that's a skill. That's a skill that every woman can learn. And I really encourage that you learn that. Become more emotionally intelligent. As a rule, women tend to be more emotionally intelligent than men. But you can still get better. There are some women out here who are not very emotionally intelligent. You can always get better. You can always get better. Okay? That's it. That's it. That's all 10. You agree to be exclusive too early. That was number 10. At least 3 months need to go by to even see if this is someone you want to be exclusive with, right? Can he meet the needs that you have? That's how I go into every situation. Can this man provide the things that I need? And then I also assess, can I provide the things that he needs, right? It's a two-way street. It's not just about Anita, but initially it's about Anita because I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that to worry about, well, what does he need? What does he want? Because remember, we are going back to, let me see. Number 6, you put being chosen above doing the choosing. See, when I'm so worried about him and what he needs and what he wants, I'm falling into number 6. I'm too worried about being chosen. And that is not me. Initially, I'm worried about Anita. Can Anita get what she needs from this man? Can Anita get what she needs from this situation? And once I go, you know what? There's a level of compatibility here. Let me see if I can meet the needs that he has. So if he, after 6 dates, 7 dates, 8 dates, we get on the topic of sex. And yes, you need to talk about sex. You need to talk about sex quite a bit. Because the truth is, I'm not having it, but I'm willing to talk about it. God knows I am. I'm willing to talk about it because we need to know, are we sexually compatible? So let's say he says to me, and he might say it in a joke. I've had men do this. Yeah, if I had my way, I could have sex every day. I could have sex 2 or 3 times every day. I want my woman to, rock my world every day. Okay, right there in my mind, guess what I'm thinking? I'm not having sex with you every day. And for the record, I love having sex. But guess what? I know my body. I know that my body cannot physically handle having sex with my man every day. I physically can't do that. My body is not built to be physically entered over and over and over every day, 2 and 3 times a day, like it's going to be physical problems with the vaginal area. So if I even hear a hint of he could be serious about that, I'm like, ooh, we're not a good fit for each other. And that's when men, whenever I hear something that I know like is a need that they have or a want that they have that I can't meet, that's when I tend to start bowing out. And it's so funny to me because men will say, well, what's the problem? Like, what is it? Why are you saying that? Why aren't we a good fit for each other? And I have to then be honest with them. There are some things that you want in a relationship that I can't provide. There are some things that you may need in your romantic relationship, in your dating relationship, or in your marriage. I can't do. See, I'm 100% honest. And here's what's funny, y'all. That's when men try to backpedal. Well, I was just joking. It wasn't that serious. No, you weren't. And I hate that. I'm going to be honest. I don't like that. I don't like when men do that. Like, own it. Own your ish, okay? If you want to have sex every day, find you a woman that want to have sex every day. That's not Anita. But find you a woman that want to have sex every day. I don't like that. I don't like that. To me, that's like, here we go. You're going to try to pander to me. You're going to try to tell me what I want to hear. No, boo. You want to have sex every day, and Anita ain't doing that. I'm not having sex every day. So, see, we just got to be honest with each other. She said, if he's trying to see you more often before you're ready, how do you pace him and not let him lead? I let him know that at this point in time, my schedule really doesn't allow for more than once a week. Like, I can maneuver my schedule, but right now, like usually that's what I'll say. Oh, right now I'm working on some things. I got some projects I'm working on. And so right now, unfortunately, I'm not able to see you more than once a week. That's why I think it's important that we FaceTime. That's why I think it's important that we talk on the phone, we stay connected, and this gives us something to look forward to. Like every week, I really look forward to our date. I really look forward to the time we spend together. See? And usually that'll hold a man off for about a month. That'll hold him off for about a month. Remember, that's giving you time to vet him. Because you need to determine if you want to open up more time, if you want to open up more space. But if you find out over that month that something about him is just not a good fit for you, something about his character just doesn't do it for you, is not a good fit for you, then don't do that. Don't do that because you're making concessions for someone that just may not be a good fit for you. Or how about this? I've met men that were wonderful men, but we weren't compatible. And we don't talk enough about that. We don't talk enough about the importance of being compatible with each other. Why don't we do that? I have some amazing men that I'm good friends with now, but our lifestyle is different. I have men right now who are amazing friends to me, but they have much younger children. And we're not compatible. My kids are grown. I really want someone whose children are grown like me. And we have more time for each other. I have men that are amazing that we're not at the same faith level. I have men that, we're very different in terms of he's more liberal and I'm more conservative. See? And there's nothing wrong with them, but we're not compatible long term. I am very traditional. I am not interested in a 50-50, we're the same egalitarian relationship. But yet I have male friends that's what they want. They want that type of relationship. And there's nothing wrong with them. They just don't fit me. That's what I want you to be able to be honest and tell yourself. Okay, that does not fit me. I need a very traditional, I am the masculine man, you are my feminine woman. I will be ravishing you, not the other way around. Like that's the man that I'm interested in. But I have some male friends where they're like, yeah, I think the woman should come on to me. I think the woman should, approach me for sex. And I'm like, no, I don't have any interest in doing that. That's just not a good fit for me. That does not turn me on. So, no. All right, I'm going to look at some of your comments and then I got to get running because I got to take my daughter to her volunteer. I hate it when men backpedal on their desires. Yep, it's not attractive and it's not masculine. Yuck. I don't want to have children and have met men that have first said they don't want kids until they realize I don't. Then they say they don't. Yeah, it's annoying. I agree. It's telling you so much about that man. So no, don't go there. Dr. John Gray says men need time in between sex to rebuild testosterone and to use that energy for other constructive things. So sex every day for men really isn't good for them either. It's not. I'm so glad you said that. So Dr. John Gray is one of my many mentors on this journey, this 25-year journey that I've been on. And you are 1,000% correct. And that's what's so interesting to men. Men that don't understand that are actually in their feminine. They're in their feminine. They just want to feel good, right? They just want to focus on feeling good every single day, 2 or 3 times a day. And they don't even realize that that's not good for them. They are falling into a hedonistic, feel good, gratification type of thing when they're just focused on, I just want to have as much sex as I can. You're not in your masculine when you're doing that. It's the seed retention, it's semen retention that makes all the difference in a man's healthy masculinity. And masculine men know that. Okay? So that's a great comment I'm glad you put that in there. If 2 people have been dating for about 3 months, how do you feel about communication? Do you expect communication every day? Every single day. Every single day. You should be communicating with a person that you have been dating every single day. If they're serious, If they want to go somewhere with you, no, 24 hours should not pass and we don't talk to each other. Now, my friendship, sure. My girlfriends and my guy friends, sure, I don't talk to them every day. But if you're building towards something real and it's a romantic relationship, yeah, you should be talking every day. So no, don't let that person, don't let them do that to you. Because to me, what else is you doing? You can go 24 hours? Nah, no. All right, ladies, thank you so much. She said sex every day equals no self-control. It's a turnoff. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with you. So that, just listen out. Listen out for these things. And men will say it kind of passive aggressively, or they'll say it like it's a joke. It's not a joke. Like they mean it. So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. If you came in on the end of this live, we discussed the 10 rookie mistakes that women are making on their femininity journey. So I want you to rewatch this live, take notes, okay? Because there's a lot of gems in this live. There's some things that you're not going to like, but that don't mean that you shouldn't hear it and understand it and apply it, okay? Just because you don't like it, I want you to just, forget that. I don't like it, okay, but is it true? Are there some factual things to what Anita is telling me? Is this going to get me the results I want? That's what I want you to start asking yourself, all right? Ladies, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me on the live. I appreciate all of you so much. I appreciate your comments. You make the live amazing and wonderful. Thank you so much. Enjoy this day. It's so much cooler here in Richmond, which I really enjoy. But enjoy your day. And as always, stay open to love.